How long have you lived in Paschall?
I would say from the time I was born, which was 1948, I moved away for a couple of years, maybe about 4 years. But other than that, I've been right here at this location in Paschall, not the same house, okay, for that many years. So you figure I'll be 60 June the 8th, and I really can say that as far as I'm concerned, I was born and raised out here all of my life. I started out at Catherine, which is at 66 in Chester Avenue. From there I went to Tilden, which is at 66 in Elmwood. From there I went to Bartram, which is at 66th Street. From there I did a little community college, and from there I became a mother. Well, when I first got here on the corner, I had long hair and I wasn't bad looking, so I fought a lot, okay, for a little while, okay, until, I guess you could say I made a name for myself. Don't bother her. That looks didn't mean anything, and you know, you hate to say it, but you know, if you can fight, you can fight, and then after a while, everything stopped. But as far as childhood, I couldn't dream of a better place to have lived, okay. Summer, block parties, friends that I still know to today, and we still get together. Barbecues, slow, you know, coming down the sleds. We had a pond. We had a beautiful pond where Cobb Street Parkway is now. It was full of goldfish. Okay, full of real live goldfish this big. And then we had, people had gardens and pear trees and apple trees and anything. It was almost like living in the country, but still being within the city, okay? We always felt like we were apart from people because we got to see the diversity, whereas, and I'm going to be candid, whereas a lot of black people might have grew up like in North Philly and places like that, we had the chance to be with Caucasian people along with black people. So that gave us a whole different insight on living and growing up, okay, and how we felt and how we were schooled, okay, because this is all we know. There are people sometimes who are intimidated by other people because they've never been around them. But we had the wonderful experience of being able to experience all kinds of different ways of life, okay.
What was it like?
What was it like? It was fun, okay. It was fun playing topsies. It was fun jumping rope. It was fun being football. It was fun playing basketball. It was fun running up and down the street and racing, okay? It was fun in the winter playing squeeze the lemon at Mr. Thompson's store when it was cold and we didn't want to go in the house, so we used to play squeeze the lemon. And then in the wintertime, down by the park, there's a trestle. And so what we would do as teenagers, we'd like this big barrel. Now I think we were really fools when I look at the trees, but we were young then. Oh, and you're talking about sledding, coming down the hills and singing, okay. And we used to go around to Christmas carols. We would go to doors, you know, just go in the street and sing Christmas carols. And then one of my friends had a brother who came back from the service, and long before boom boxes came out, he came home with a boom box. Well, Martha and the Vandellas at this time sang Dancing in the Street. So every night, and this was a street that I grew up on. I've been on this street most of my life, okay? And every night, we danced in the street, me and my friends, and the other maybe young men or some ladies through the neighborhood. This was the street to be on. I don't care what anybody else tells you. This little street was the street to be on, and it's still the street to be on. But, oh, what was it like? It was fun. We had fun, okay? I mean, just plain, simple fun. We were able to go down the park and take a little picnic. I had an uncle who worked for a place that sold donuts and everything, so all my girlfriends would get together and get my aunt's kids, and he'd come down the park and drop us off the donuts and the juice. Sonny, drop us off the juices, and it was fun. I wouldn't trade my childhood for anything in the world, because it was lovely living out here because everybody was family. Literally, too. Not just saying that to be saying that, but literally, everyone was just about related to each other. So therefore, when you have that kind of environment, you begin to be family within itself, okay? You know, you begin to say, oh, that's my cousin, okay? Hey, cuz. Because once somebody might have been married to another one's family, which would intertwine you with the family. So therefore, we just became all family. We had a supermarket. We had a cleaners. On one hand, down by 73rd and Woodland Avenue, there were shoe stores, dress stores, okay? We had everything out here that you have now, say in a little mall, but just in a smaller form. We didn't have to leave the neighborhood, maybe, but to do Christmas shopping. Then we had Terrence, who had so many things. That was a store that was there for 100 years for us, okay? And so, just nice people, okay? So there were a lot of things. We had the Ben and the Benson movie that was on 64th Street. So we had 2 movies to go to. So there was always, we had the skating ring over on Elmwood Avenue. There was always something for us to do. And if it wasn't something for us to do, the adults in the neighborhood made something for us to do.
Who were the community leaders?
Oh, at that time, one of them was my mother, okay, who is now down. Wilson Good, Reggie Allen. Who else, Paul?
Oh, wow.
Oh, Mr. Perkins. Mr. Perkins. And also my Aunt Julie, who's deceased now. Mr. Perkins ran the boys' basketball team. He was outstanding. He took the boys and took them under his wings. Then my mother and my Aunt Julie, who's now deceased, formed the girls' basketball team. So we used to get on the bus, on these little yellow buses, they still ride. And we used to go all over, okay? And they had baseball, basketball, softball leagues, okay? All the community leaders, they were steadfast. I remember my mother had the first program for the boys to work, okay? That's cleaning up sidewalks and everything. In fact, we also had this first share program. I mean, they had a share program, but as far as in Southwest, I believe that we had the first share program. We had the Murphy family, who still lives out here. And the Murphys really came up with the first non-profit organization, the Paschall League, which goes back to 50 years ago, or even longer, okay? So, I mean, there was activism going on out here from as long as I can remember.
What has changed most for you over the years?
Well, what's changed for me is I got ill, and I can't go out in the street as I like to still be in the street, okay, and do my job, and that was one of caring for my community. That's what's really changed for me, regardless of what the neighborhood changed to. That did not change my thoughts about and my views about my community. That's what's changed for me. Okay. Of course, the community has changed. Okay, because you have different people who came in to live. But the biggest thing for me, if I could still be in that street, I feel like I could make a difference. Okay. Bad. Oh, definitely the good. Okay. The bad is the guns, the drugs, the kids I see walking around or going to school in the morning without their parents. Okay. That should have a parent with them. That kills me. Okay. And I know y'all seen it too. Or if I get up and I'm riding and I see a child who doesn't have a coat on and it's cold outside. Okay. If I see a child whose hair is not combed.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, that kills me. That's my bad. Oh yeah, you see a lot of things, sweetheart. As you get older and you know that's not the way life is supposed to be. You know that a mother's supposed to get up
and
get her child out to school and walk them to school in these days. A lot of things have changed. But not so much out here. What's changed out here is the drugs. And the new people. But the good is all I told you about my childhood. The good is that I'm still here. Oh, another part of being good is in the summertime, we can sit outside all night long and not worry about no car coming by. The good is that everybody knows don't come up the street because you're going to get told on anything you do. Okay. The good is our grandchildren can still play on the street. The good is we can still have barbecues. The good is we can catch a summer breeze and feel comfortable. When the mosquitoes get to biting too much, we can come in the house. The good is we can wake up in the morning and see the green trees, the flowers, and everything else, okay? The good is first and foremost that we woke up. that God allowed you to wake up, okay? That's the good. He allowed me to be here today to talk to y'all, okay? So that's the good too. So therefore I am giving something. I am saying something about how I feel about who I am. So that's the good too today, okay?